Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 57 and today I just want to start things off by warning you that my brain and my mouth, they're not communicating particularly well. For some reason, I've been recording throughout the entire day. Things are beginning to get just a little bit worse. I don't know what goes on. Sometimes when I'm recording videos, I'm absolutely fine. I can talk for ages. I never mess up my words and things. Today, however, my words just, they don't want to come out. They sort of stumble down through my throat and then fall out of my mouth awkwardly. And I'm putting together some very, very strange sentences indeed. So if you hear me say some slightly funky bits and pieces, then that's basically what's happening. My brain is sending down words, my mouth is interpreting them a little bit strangely, and then sending them out into the world, which isn't particularly good. But in today's Hermitcraft episode, we're not going to be talking about me talking for much longer. We're going to be cracking on with some serious projects and some serious plans. I am super excited for today's episode because basically, the industrial district is going to be getting a bit of an upgrade. I love this place already, but it's about to get 10 times better. So, as you guys know, in the center of my industrial district, I've got this thing right here. Now, this is almost like the heart of the industrial district. It's the storage system. It's where all of the items from all of the farms travel to, and then they get sorted out by our automatic item sorter, and they drop down into all of the chests. Now, when I built this thing, I thought that this number of chests would be perfect. You know, 6 double chests, it seems like a lot, but unfortunately, the farms in this place are absolutely ridiculous. And after one AFK session overnight at the end of the previous episode of Hermitcraft, they all pretty much completely filled up. I mean, as you can see, we've got melons going right the way up to the top. The pumpkins go up to the 5th chest now. We have got all of the sugarcane going to the top. We have got all of the carrots going to the top, and also all of the potatoes. Now, the carrots and potatoes, that farm was literally built maybe 3 days ago, and it's just over there. It uses the villagers, fully automated, absolutely awesome. But look how fast it is. I mean, it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid, and there is no way that I will be able to have just 6 double chests of items because these things fill up way too fast. I mean, what's the point? What's the point in having all these farms if they fill up after the first day? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to expand out this storage system. We're going to make it 3 times bigger by extending it downwards into the floor. So we're going to have a 3-story storage system, which I think should look pretty amazing. And I guess the first thing that I've got to do is I've got to wipe out the entire floor area. I've got to move my beacon over so I actually get haste 2 so we can mine out this place nice and quickly. And then I have got, well, a relatively big dig to do. One thing that I have just thought before I go to bed is that I could potentially rotate these chests down here so that they're side-on, so then I could have a chest and then a trap chest next to one another, which would essentially double the size of the already crazy storage system that we're going to build. So we're going to have like a 3-story storage system with twice as many chests and everything. Wow, that guy was on fire. So as you can see, our haste 2 beacon is up at the top there, efficiency 5 is equipped, and we are mining through this stone extremely quickly. Now we've got quite a big space to clear out. It actually goes 16 blocks beneath this block right here. So that makes way for the 7 blocks of our first storage system, then the floor of that one, then 7 blocks for the next storage system, then the floor of that one as well. And one thing that I am just thinking is if we do decide to rotate my chests, like I mentioned in the previous clip, we're actually going to have to clear out a few extra blocks on the sides and also do a slight redesign of our sorting system that we have over there and also move over our item elevator. That's quite a lot of work, but I feel like it would be silly not to do that because obviously, you know, those chests being like that, it's a bit of an impractical way of doing things. It does look cool, I like the way that it looks, but I feel like if we're building this massive storage area right here, it would be silly not to maximize the amount of space that we have for chests. Yeah, I think I am going to be rotating the chest. It's a massive pain in the backside, but I feel like it just has to be done. My pickaxe is pretty much completely gone. We have got 32 uses left, but as you can see, this entire area has been fully cleared out. We have got a lava lake down at the bottom, a bunch of cave systems coming into this place, so I have to be extra careful of zombies, creepers, skeletons, and all those sorts of things. And also, most importantly, you can see we've got a hopper line going right the way through the center, and that is taking the items from our potato and carrot farms and also our melon and pumpkin farm that we built in the previous episode of Hermitcraft. But this place is looking pretty big. I mean, this is a huge space, and to think that it is going to be wall-to-wall chests going from the top there all the way down to the bottom, it's going to look magnificent. It seriously is going to look magnificent. So I'm going to pop off to the log fellas. I'm going to pick up all of the wood for this build, and it's going to be a lot of it, and then it will start chucking down some blocks. I've been doing a little bit of mathematics, which I know is a bit of a worrying thing, but I've been trying my best to work out how many diamonds are actually going to need for this project. Now, the first time that I calculated it, I worked out that it would take 14 diamonds for every single strip of chest. Okay, so that's 140 diamonds in total for the storage system, and I panicked, I almost fell off my chair, and I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it, but it turns out I'd done some spoon maths, and it only takes about 4 diamonds for every strip of chest, which still means we're going to need about 40 diamonds just for all the wood in this thing. But that's considerably better than 140. I mean, seriously, I panicked so much. So yes, we're going to need about 40 diamonds for this. We're going to pick up about 40 stacks of wood. I'm probably actually going to pick up about 50 just to make way for all of the other bits and pieces that we're going to need. It's quite an expensive project, but then again, it's going to look awesome, and that's the most important thing. Somebody has paid way too much for chicken. Seriously, like there were 3 stacks of chicken in there, and they paid with 64 iron blocks. I mean, that's fine by me. That is actually going to help us massively because we've got a lot of hoppers to craft, and honestly, I don't know if we've got enough iron to do it. So this is the current state of our resource chest. As you can see, it is mostly wood. I would say we've got about 47 stacks of just regular wood right here, which is pretty insane, and we're going to be turning all of this into all of our chests. So I'm going to pick up a few of them right here, and we're going to do the first one live on camera. This is the first stack of chests being crafted right here, and I think my tactic for this is I'm going to place in all of the chests, then I'm going to place in all of the trap chests, then I'm going to place in all of the hoppers running into the back of those trap chests and chests, and that will be the main bulk of our storage system done. Then we just have to do all of the decorating. And with that, all of our regular chests are now in place. Now I think I used around about 3 stacks of regular chests right there, and as you can see, it looks insane. Like, it looks truly insane. I'm only just starting to get the full scale of this place. It looks a little bit silly, to be honest with you. I feel like I might have gone over the top. Do I really need this many chests? I mean, we've got 18 double chests going up like that. We're going to have 36 double chests worth of items, as opposed to 6. That's what we had in the beginning. Oh, I don't know if I've gone over the top here. I honestly don't know, but all I know is it looks completely bonkers, and that makes me very happy. So yes, these are all of the regular chests. Now I'm going to have to start crafting up all of the trap chests. If you're wondering why I haven't done the top chest up at the top here, it's because, of course, these things are filled with items. If I break any of those chests, those items are just going to explode everywhere. So I'm trying my best to avoid that from happening for the time being. Anyway, I'll probably do those towards the end, but for now, let's crack on with this bottom area right here. Silly stuff. Did you guys know that you can actually sneak past chests like this? I feel like Tomb Raider right now, just a slightly worse looking version, and with fairly similar graphics actually. I remember the old PS1 game. The last few columns of trap chests are now in the process of being placed, and as you can see, yes, there are a lot of chests. It uses about a stack of chests every time you go past, so 1 stack of regular chests and 1 stack of trap chests, and of course it's going to be a bunch of hoppers out the back as well. Yeah, this is going to use quite a few of them. But anyway, let's see how everything looks once this is all completed. This is the final trap chest now. Yep, it looks just as crazy as it did before, times 2. And I do feel like it's a bit unnecessary. I mean, seriously, I feel like this is totally unnecessary, and that's why I love it so much. Looking at this thing from above, it looks even better. I mean, I literally can't get enough of this thing. I've always wanted to do something like this in Minecraft. Even in Hermitcraft Series 2, Hermitcraft Series 3, I built some pretty crazy storage systems, but nothing to this level. When I built the Iron Trench in Hermitcraft Series 2, I thought I'd built a big storage system, had nothing on this. Had absolutely nothing on this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the chests on this side, and I'm going to replace them with the staggered variants over here, and then I'm going to start work on all the hoppers that are going to be linking all of these things up. Now that most of the trap chests are in place, we need to work out how much iron and how many hoppers we're actually going to need for this thing. So that is 6, 12, 60, 120, 243, 60. Oh my word. We need 360 hoppers. How many stacks of iron is that? 360 times 5 is about 1,800. 1,800? Yep. 5 times 300, 1,000. Yep. 1,800 iron? Oh my word, what's that? Divided by 64. It's 28 stacks. Over 28 stacks of iron. Oh, well, I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up and check to see how much has been produced by my 3 tiny little iron farms. I can't imagine it is going to be 28 stacks though, I'll be honest with you. 28 stacks is quite a lot more iron than for some reason I budgeted for. So there's a chance that we may need to go into the Brown District once again, make a few purchases over by the iron shop. But, oh boy, this project is so expensive. And it's totally pointless. It's totally pointless. Spoon count. Oh, it's gone through the roof by now, surely. Oh my word! The iron farms are mental! Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, that is so much more than I was expecting. I think that's the one that's over the industrial district, which of course I have been over here for ages. So I guess this thing has just been working really hard. Huh. Awesome. Okay, well, problem averted. We're absolutely fine. All of the hoppers for this side are now in place, bar the ones that connect these hoppers up into these hoppers right here. Now, if you're wondering, I'm not actually going to be doing the hoppers for this side in today's episode, simply because we don't have any farms that actually run into this side just yet, so I feel like a little bit of a waste of time. So this side is pretty much all completed, bar all of the decoration. The only thing that I'm thinking is, how am I going to get the items out of these chests up at the top here and down into the bottom? Because of course we need to break these chests. We do need to break these chests at some point so that we can rotate them, and I'm just so afraid of all the items that are going to fly out. I've almost been considering using like a hopper type solution, like place a hopper down at the bottom and flow the items down. Or do I just break them, pick up the items, chuck them down at the bottom and do it like that? Oh, I just don't know. I just don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to go for that one. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be laggy, but I think it's also going to work. How did potatoes manage to get this far away? I wasn't expecting them to spread out this much. I thought they were all going to be in this area, and it looks like, yes, I've filled up my inventory, and I've actually forgotten to bring food along with me, so we're going to have to pick up some carrots. Oh, I did not prepare for this at all, did I? 40 minutes later, and the final items from this area up at the top here have been transported down to the bottom right there. Now, that was actually quite a long-winded project. I was not expecting that to take so long. I thought that was going to be like a 10-minute project, but no, it sort of extended out a little bit, and I also had a bit of a painful brainwave halfway through doing it. You know, I placed in all of the floor and I made sure that no items would drop down to the bottom. I was like, oh, I wouldn't want any items falling down to the bottom. We were transporting the items down to the bottom. If the items fell to the bottom, it would have made life easier for me because I could just pick them up from the bottom and put them in the bottom chests. What idiots! Seriously, what idiot! Sometimes I just look at myself in the mirror and just think, idiots. Do you do that to me? Do you look at me and think idiot? Let me know down in the comment section. Next up on my rather long to-do list for today's episode is to grab these trap chests right here that I've just crafted and chuck them in over in this area over here. Now, one thing that I am just thinking is I have definitely not crafted enough trap chests right there. Let's chuck in these first few, and I need to make sure that all of them point in the same direction. Otherwise, you guys will go mad down in the comment section. So that's those, and that's those. And I just want to get a feel for how this is going to look. Like the full design, everything in place. I personally think it's going to look pretty epic. And once again, I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section. But yeah, once we get all of the decoration in place, it's just going to be one of my favourite builds, I think. I just love chests. I love seeing large amounts of storage. It just makes me happy. So I'm just up at the top here trying to work out how exactly I'm going to do this sorting system. And I don't really know. There's a few things here that are a little bit difficult. So first off, obviously, our hoppers have moved back by 1 block. So they now need to be in line with this hopper right here, and they need to travel down from that point. But also, we need to make sure that all of the items travel into both sets of hoppers. So there are now 2 hoppers here, as opposed to 1. Which does make things a tiny bit more challenging. A tiny bit more challenging. It's nothing too difficult, but in the space that we have right here, it has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. So I think I'm going to have to tear out all of this stuff and basically start again in that department. This could be interesting. So I've made some modifications to our design and they appear to be working, but unfortunately they can't be placed next to one another. That's one thing that I totally didn't think of, and it's really frustrating because I was really chuffed with myself. I was like, yep, that's perfect. That seems to be working. It sorts out the items, it drops them into the correct hoppers. This is awesome. But then if I build one over here, it will power the other side. So it will power this hopper right here, which means that, yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to work, which means that we are going to have to do some more serious work over here, and we might actually have to move this item elevator to make space. Some more serious work has been done, and now it is time to work out if this thing is actually going to work. So we need our non-stackables, and then half a stack of potatoes. We're actually going to need more than that because this is a slightly different design, and it should go down to 41. That's good. Now the items are going to flow through when I chuck them in up at the top here. So let's see. That's a good sign. So the actual sorter itself is working, and it looks like it's actually making its way into the right hopper. Good stuff. Let's see if it's going into this one. No! Okay, so this design is actually going to work. The Impulse SV design is perfect for this system, and I only had to do a tiny bit of work on my item sorter. Things are a little bit close for comfort, but I think we can pull this off. Finally, after hours of hard work, we are pretty much done on connecting these chests up into the sorting system. I honestly thought this was going to be a relatively easy project. I thought this was going to be the easy bits, but apparently no. No, that isn't the case. So as you can see, these things are now fully connected up. The hoppers are running from this thing right here all the way down to the bottom of the sorting system. And yeah, I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it already, even though it is currently in a fairly ugly state. So even though it's functional, it's not looking particularly pretty, and what we're going to have to do now is do some decorating. Oh my word, I forgot to put the top dropper onto the item elevator, so now there are items going everywhere. Right, let's see if we can do this nice and quickly, otherwise we could have a bit of an issue. And there it is. Good, and the items are flowing through it. I didn't have to do any extra redstone. I think we've just solved a crisis. And now we wait and see if this thing is functional. Obviously not. For the most part, all of the sandstone framework is now all in place, and as you can see, whoa, it's huge. This is like a massive area of sandstone. Obviously, it's very dark down at the bottom here. That's partly helped by this beacon here, but this thing's ridiculous. This is massive. I don't know why I didn't see that coming, but I didn't see that coming. It looks so much bigger now that we've got all the sandstone blocks in, because it looks like a proper build now. Okay, wow, that's really taking me aback. What I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up some redstone clay. We've got to get some birchwood stairs as well, and some birchwood fences, and then this thing will be all done and dusted. Progress update. As you can see, I've done the layer beneath this layer right here. Obviously, this layer is finished, and also a decent quantity of the bottom layer is done, aka the sandstone, and a few of the red bits. Well, one thing that I have just realised that has me very worried is the fact that none of this here is lit up. And of course, this is directly next to all of my really good villagers. Now, this has been the case for the entire episode, and thankfully nothing has spawned and killed any of these guys, but now I'm super paranoid about it, and there are no torches in any of these chests, which means I really don't know what to do. And I can just tell, as soon as I go away to get torches, something will spawn. That's just how these things go. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Please tell me there are torches in here. No. Oh, this is actually really bad. Oh, there's coal! Yes, there's coal! Oh, I'm so happy about that. So finally, after hours upon hours of building today, I do believe we're on the home straight. The final few blocks are going in place. These are the birch fence posts. They're looking good, and then I think we just need the upside down birchwood stairs, and they will go in like this. And this will be everything completed. Now, I have done all of this recording session in one session. I don't generally do that sort of thing. Usually I break them up, but I've loved recording this so much that I just thought I'd keep on going. And it looks mad, doesn't it? I mean, these walls here, they're a little bit boring, but this is a crazy project. I mean, I can't believe that I've actually managed to finish it in today's episode. You guys know what I'm like. Okay, recently I've been trying my absolute hardest to put more and more effort into these episodes, and I've been trying my best to make more progress and do more awesome things, and this is definitely a great example of that. I mean, if you take a look around us, all of the things that we've built in recent episodes, we've got the most efficient melon and pumpkin farm, we've got an insane fully automatic potato and carrot farm that uses villagers. We've got crazy melon and pumpkin farms over there. We've got an insane sugarcane farm. We've got a brilliant villager trading area with awesome villagers on the inside. And all of this has happened over like the past 10 or so episodes. I'd say I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm so happy with how far we've managed to come here. And what I might actually quickly do is pop down to the bottom and take a look at what items are coming into the hoppers. I just want to make sure that these chests are in fact filling up. So let's see. Good, we've got melons, and melons are really flying into this thing. I mean, look at that. It's like a constant stream of melons. Are any other items going to go through, or is it just melons? I think it's just one of those things that there's so many melons running through the system that it's actually blocking off the other routes for other items to take into my item elevator. So by the look of things, yes, we're just getting loads of those. But this thing is working like an absolute charm. It is an absolute beast. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go AFK overnight. I'm going to see how many items I can get from this thing, and I'm going to prepare for it to be relatively ridiculous. So guys, I've actually been AFK for the past couple days. I've had a bunch of things that have happened that have basically not allowed me to get into my house. My car had a bit of an issue. I absolutely love my car, but it had a problem where I essentially spilt oil down into the engine bay and it fell onto the serpentine belt, which I didn't think was going to be an issue, but while I was driving along, obviously the oil, it's a great lubricator, and the serpentine belt actually fell off while I was driving, which basically meant that I wasn't able to drive, and because my car is an AMG vehicle, the recovery people came along. We were going to put the serpentine belt back on, but then Mercedes rang them and they were like, nope, you have to take it to a dealer. So unfortunately my car got taken away, which wasn't the best thing ever, and you guys saw that happening on Twitter. But also, I happened to get locked out of the house as well, which has essentially meant that Minecraft has been left running for the past couple days inside my house without me being able to access it. And amazingly enough, I didn't actually crash out. I have not crashed out of the Hermitcraft server. I haven't been kicked from the Hermitcraft server. I have been inside this obsidian area here that was placed by one of the hermits. And we're about to find out how many items we have got from all of our farms. So as you can see right here, these are the chests that we had in the beginning, and these were all full. And then we... No way. No way. We filled it. 36 double chests of melons. These were new chests, weren't they? I'm not going crazy here. Yeah. This has been filled. We've got 36 double chests of melons. What on earth are we going to do with that? We could solve world hunger with that. I don't know what to do. And pumpkins, okay, it doesn't look like we've got quite as many pumpkins or sugarcane. Or, right, okay, we've got carrots. We've got carrots going up to here. That's pretty insane. We've got potatoes going up to here as well. So even that, I mean, that's almost 18 double chests of carrots and potatoes. The industrial district is ridiculous. I'm going to go down a layer. I want to see how many pumpkins we have. Because, of course, pumpkins are the big earners here. These are the ones that are going to be making us the most emeralds. So, pumpkins obviously go right the way up to the top there. So, already we've got 6 double chests of pumpkins. That's pretty good. Let's go up to the next layer. And if you're wondering, yes, I am going to get a better solution for transporting myself between these layers. But we have got... Okay, that's good. Oh, that's very good. Alright, okay. So, we have got, what, 6? 11 double chests of pumpkins. That is tons of emeralds. Let me know down in the comment section how many emeralds I'm going to get from that. Let me know down in the comment section how many emeralds I'm going to get from that, because it is 9 emeralds for every melon, but then of course you have to craft the melon, and that takes 9 stacks of the melons. So these melon slices right here, obviously it takes 9 melon slices to make 1 stack of melons. I'm getting all confused, but basically this is one stack of melons, this is 1 stack of melons, this is 1 stack of melons. You get the idea. And then of course we have all of the pumpkins, we've got all of the sugarcane as well. Oh my word, we are going to be drowning in the stuff. This is ridiculous. This thing is working like a charm. I'm so very happy, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo. I'm out. I'll see you later.